My name is Miss Corrie, and since today is Father's Day, I thought I would share with you a story about a dad. And our story for today is called, let's see if I can get to the right page, The 1 O'Clock Miracle. Long ago, there lived an important man who worked for the king. He was sad and so worried. His son was very ill, so ill he was going to die, and no one could help him. He had heard that a man named Jesus was doing the most amazing, wonderful things. He heard that Jesus was making ill people well again. He heard that Jesus was doing things only God could do. The son and his man lived in Capernaum by the sea. Jesus was staying in Cana, more than 20 miles away. It was a very long walk and uphill all the way. But the man had decided he must see Jesus. He said goodbye to his son and his family, and he set off to see Jesus. Up the hill he walked, and sometimes ran because he wanted so badly to see Jesus. The sun went down, and the night was dark, and the stars were bright, but that man didn't stop. Huffing and puffing, he walked and walked, and sometimes he ran, hurrying to see Jesus. The sun came up and morning arrived, but there was still a long way to go. Huffing and panting, the man walked and sometimes ran because he needed to see Jesus. At last, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the man reached Cana where Jesus was. He had walked and sometimes run, and now at last he could see Jesus. "Please, sir," he said, "my son is dying. Please come with me. Please make him better." The man knew if Jesus came with him and touched his son, the boy would be well again. But Jesus just said, "Go." What? The man thought, go home without Jesus? After all that walking and even running to get Jesus to come, but Jesus hadn't finished. "Go," Jesus said, and then he added, "Your son will live." The man believed him. Jesus wasn't going to come to the man's home. He wasn't going to touch the boy and make him well. But the man still trusted that what Jesus said was true. Down the hill, he walked and sometimes ran because he believed Jesus. He thought about Jesus' words, "Your son will live." The night was dark and the moon shone brightly, and the man felt so tired, but on and on he walked and sometimes ran because he trusted Jesus. The sun came up and a new morning arrived, and he walked though his back ached and his legs were very tired. On he walked and sometimes ran because he was sure that Jesus would make his son well. And far away in the distance he saw some men. They came closer and closer. They were his servants. They must have news, he thought. What would it be? "Sir," they said, "it's about your son. He is alive and he is well again." The man was bursting for joy. "When?" the man asked. "When did he get better?" "Yesterday, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon." "1 o'clock?" the man said. "1 o'clock," they replied, and the man remembered. It was 1 o'clock when he had seen Jesus. It was 1 o'clock when Jesus said his son would live. And it was 1 o'clock when his son got better. Jesus didn't need to see the boy. He didn't need to touch him. He didn't need to walk and walk. Jesus simply spoke. And just like that, the boy was better. Only Jesus could do that. And do you know why? Because Jesus is the Son of God. Happy and smiling, the man walked home and sometimes ran. Then he told his son and his family about how Jesus and only Jesus could do the things that God can do. And they all believed in Jesus. And now that the son's man was well, what could he do? The boy could smile, and he could laugh, and he could walk, and he could run, and all because of Jesus. I like that story because the dad trusted God, and because of that, his son lived, and he brought the word about Jesus to his whole family, so they could live forever with God. And it's also special to me because my dad trusted Jesus, and he taught me to trust Jesus, and that's maybe the best thing, the best gift a dad can give you. So I want to say thank you to my dad on Father's Day. And if your dad is there teaching you about Jesus, your activity for today is to go give him a big hug. Have a great day, and a great Father's Day.